Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to continue our draft coverage, and we're talking about an offensive lineman today, and that is Jackson Slater out of Sacramento State. He's a fiery competitor, man. When you watch him on tape, he just continues to fight, and we're going to see a nice little touchdown dance here at the end, which is pretty cool. I think they call it the Wreck It Ralph dance, which is awesome. But Mark, when you turn on his tape, I mean, again, he just has good athleticism, a good ability to get downhill, and you see him here on the duo run there. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, when you're looking at an offensive lineman, I mean, is he staying in phase? Does he not fall? Does he look athletic enough at 300 pounds to maintain? And a lot of our assignment base, it's not just necessarily duo, but can you move in space? He can push. He has power. He has grit. He has a lot of that. Like he stays on guys a lot. It's not like he's reaching. He does have a tendency to lean, but this is where I like a lot his big body moving in space to get ahead of the blocks and doesn't get lost in the confusion of tight ends and pulling guys. Stays on his man, continuously gets through the rep. So I mean, that's a big thing I look at when I'm looking at offensive linemen. But the Bucks are really intrigued by this guy because they've interviewed him plenty of times.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's definitely interest, and Jason Light, his tendency to draft small school
Right.
offensive linemen is clearly there. But again, here you just see the nice little duo block, and then getting to the second level, extending and churning his defender. So there's obviously a lot of good things to work with. I think there's still development to be had, but as you see him here just coming down, getting into the block. Yeah, a little leaning there, it gets a little pulled down, but still maintains and stays with his guy.
Yeah, I mean, from years past, like Graham Barton, was a freak athlete at the center position. He played left tackle at Duke, and we ended up making him a center. He's nowhere near the athlete that guy was. I'm looking at more of Cody Bart or yeah, Cody Mock. And Cody Mock was a hell of an athlete too, coming out of college. I don't think he's even comparable to that. We're thinking more Ben Bredesen, bigger body, long, stout at that point, and will be aggressive in attack. Like he doesn't stop on the play. Looks like a guy that loves football too, as you see with his celebrations. He usually gets animated inside the game, and I think that's a lot of the part where you need when you're inside the trenches. You got to love football because you're doing this nonstop every snap, running into people, and that's a lot on you. And movement skills they're needed. And as you can see here again, as he's pulling, covering the guy, creating space. There you go, alleyways there, picking up yards. What'd you like with this one?
Yeah, so Sacramento State ran the football a lot, so this was, pretty much bread and butter for him. He's really, nuanced in his run blocking ability to move and get, lateral movement there with his guys, could continue to push and drive back. So that's pretty evident as you see him here at left guard. So yeah, a lot of good things to like from his tape.
I mean, he's still a little high to me. Like that's kind of
Right.
standing. Yeah, he's marching his guy back. You're gonna get higher competition. I mean, a lot of people say like Jason like loves his guys from smaller schools. A lot of the guys like Alex Kappa, Cody Mock, like those were guys that were playing tackle at that level. He didn't necessarily draft a guard and make him a guard in the NFL level. He drafted a tackle and moved him inside. So yeah,
Mm.
smaller arms, shorter arms, but bigger hands. So typical guard size. The fight, the mentality, it's all there. I think that's something Jason Light looks at a lot of for offensive linemen. Like I'm saying, mentality to get after it, consistently finish plays, and that's what he does a lot.
Yeah, for sure. You see it here, ability to get off the one guy and then get locked onto the linebacker and then continue to drive and finish. That's definitely an important trait to consider. Here again, he's just going to continue to get downhill. I like how he navigates through the traffic, turns his body towards his target, and then locks on to get the block. So really good there, and continues to drive his feet. So that's important. Keep that keep the feet moving at all times.
Yeah, a lesser athletic guy kind of stumbles or just gets in the way. He gets in the block and then he starts walking with the guy laterally to prevent him from getting to his ball carrier. That's good. I mean, 300 pounds, it's hard to transition your weight like that. I mean, this is a guy that's well balanced within his realm, I guess you'll say. Because sometimes you look at film of even NFL guys, they just look like they're in the way, just based off of their big body shapes. Like, oh, we'll just use power, just push your guy forward. This guy has movement skills, so that's some traits that NFL teams will like.
For sure. Yeah. Even here, like, he gets some inside penetration, but his ability to contort and turn and then rotate the guy to, seal him off, I think it was really good there. And now in pass pro, like you said, ability to slide your feet, move, stay with the guy, even though he does a nice little spin move here, that's impressive, but then he's able to readjust and stay with the play.
Yeah, it doesn't fall. The spin move, usually guys fall, they're reaching, right? And then it's just open space for the defensive lineman. No, he stayed with it, doesn't overcommit, staying balanced. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, so and here he's going to show some versatility. He's at center, so he had a couple snaps here and there at center at times, just showing like he could do it if necessary. So I think he has position flexibility to play all interior spots along the offensive line, and that's something the Buccaneers could be looking at, or other NFL teams as well, because it's an important aspect. And you can see the finish here. Finding work I think is
Right.
important, and that's something he does on this rep.
And staying with it. Like your hands on one guy, right? But you're looking at another, understanding, okay, can I send this guy off? Who needs help more? Let me push him a little bit to help my guy out and then finish on this guy, stand over him, let him know that I'm there. But like you're saying, like the Bucks don't currently have a center right now. So guys with positional flexibility, you like that, right? And then developmental to certain aspects. Robert Hainsey was not a center coming out of college. He was a right tackle when we moved him to center. So not necessarily going to be just a left guard. We could see him in multiple positions if the Bucks draft him.
For sure, yeah, I think, definitely looking for someone to step up at backup center, but again, you can just see with Jackson Slater, he's got just a lot of football IQ is evident. The ability to move from side to side, lateral movement is key, and just reading this play, understanding the loop is coming, knowing where to go with his hands and how to pass protect is clearly evident.
Yeah, the transition of weight. I mean, again, I can't express this enough. 300 pounds going one way to then eventually jump the other way. I think we've been like spoiled with Tristan Wirfs and the way he moves. It's hard for these guys to do this, especially when you have other big 300-pound guys running into you to transition that quickly. That's a gift. And big men, you got to give them credit. Like, this is tough to do when you're getting run into by other guys. That's a trait NFL teams will like.
For sure. And again, here just showing the ability to, stay heads up, eyes where it needs to be, understanding, okay, I got this guy sealed, helping out his center. So good pass protection there. And again, here staying with this guy, even though the guy's going to position and transition inside, he does a good job of sealing this off and coming through and staying with the guy.
And like you said, football IQ, understanding, okay, this isn't necessarily my guy, right? It looks like it should have been his guy, but if the pulling tight end's right there, he knows he has to pick him up. If he overcommits, like, oh crap, maybe I should have. No, he knows assignment base where he needs to stay to prevent. I mean, that's bad throw by the quarterback. The guy's wide open. But still, assignment based football IQ on display right there.
For sure. And again here just showing the movement skills, ability to, down block, get into, the defensive end here, shift his feet, stay locked in, not holding or grabbing, just maintaining position and walking the defender.
Yeah, not necessarily waiting for it to come to him. He's being the aggressor on that play, like going towards the guy. Like you here, like usually a pass rep, they start backpedaling, let the guy come to him. No, he's like, no, no, I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the line. I'll jump set you right there. Boom, get my hands in you before you can set up a move. And I like that. It's aggressive. Look at he's locked in. Where are you going to go? I'm holding you up. Yeah, you're going to try and push me back, but you're not going to go nowhere. Equals big play, right? So I like the stuff that he presents. Is he an elite prospect? Not necessarily, but he does a lot of things well.
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video of offensive lineman Jackson Slater out of Sacramento State, please hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts. Let us know what you guys think of him. We much appreciate all the support. And with that said, until the next one.